Hey everyone, welcome to Math 310. My name is Andrew Halseth. I'm your instructor for this class. Nice to meet you virtually. Um, this is the week one video. So each week I'll be sending out a video that introduces the topics for the week. And this one is a little bit different because it's an introduction to the course as well. So what I would like to do is share my screen and take you through a few things about the course, and then finish with talking about that assignment number one. That is your first assignment that is due. Okay, so let me share my screen. Um, I have taught this course many times in person, but never online. So this will be a little bit different. I still think it will work well. The main difference is in person. This class is designed to do a lot of discussion and communication with fellow students. And we won't quite have that, but we can still accomplish that through discussion posts and maybe creating some study groups and that sort of thing. Okay, so this is the main Canvas screen. If you're watching this video, you've already been here. Hopefully, you've read through the front page, which shows you how to get started and that sort of thing. So make sure you do read the syllabus and then complete that orientation if you haven't done that already. It's the two assignment, the syllabus quiz, and the student information sheet. Okay. And then you're getting started on your assignments, which is probably why you're watching this video. Okay. So the due dates each week will be on Mondays by 11:59 p.m. So anything that you're working on in week one is due that following Monday at 11:59 p.m. Right. So you'll have that consistent due date throughout the semester. Okay, so when you're working on your material for this class, over here on your menu for Canvas, one, make sure you're looking at those announcements. I'll be posting announcements, probably at least one per week. That will be things like, what's due, reminders, upcoming things for the class, resources, tips, whatever. So make sure you're reading those throughout the semester. And then modules is where all of your coursework is. So you've already seen the orientation, and then there's only one set of, or only one module of coursework right now. And there are three things to do. So you're watching the video. This is, got that going. That time is not right, but I'll change that. And then you have this assignment number one, which we'll get to. And then there's that week one discussion. So for this one, since it's our first one, just introduce yourself to the class. And there's some suggestions when you open that of what to put for that. And then make sure to respond to at least two other students. So you can respond to more than two, but two at the minimum, get that discussion going with other students. Another suggestion, if you want to put in your introduction, if you're interested in forming some study groups outside of class with fellow students, maybe you can put that in there as well and see who's interested in that. Okay. And then anytime throughout the semester, if you want to know your grade, just click on grades and it'll have a breakdown of what you've done so far. But the grading for this class is pretty straightforward. It's just based on an accumulation of points. There's no weights or anything. Every point is equivalent, and there's 1,000 points for the class. So your goal, if you want an A, is to get 900 at least of those 1,000. A B is 800, C is 700 or more, etc. Okay. Otherwise, let's then dive into that assignment number one, and we'll go from there. So when you click on an assignment, it'll bring you to this page, which I give you two forms of the document depending on how you want to complete the assignment. So there's a Word doc and a PDF. You don't have to do both. They're equivalent. They're the exact same assignment, just two different formats. So there's a few ways you can do that, and maybe you can think of another way and let me know, but these are the ways I've thought of for this class. One, you can just download the PDF and handwrite your answers and then scan it or take a picture of it and then upload it back to this location here, right? When you upload, if you click on Start Assignment, there's upload a file. Okay, so just upload your scanned completed assignment or a picture if that's how you did it. Okay. Another way is to keep it as the Word file, right? So just download the Word and then you can just type in your answers and then save it and then upload the file that way. Okay, so just upload the Word, or if you want to, once you complete it, convert it to a PDF. That's fine too. That's probably smart. And then just upload the PDF. Or finally, if you want to use an app, if you have a tablet or some sort of device like an iPad, you can download the document, and I would suggest PDF onto your iPad and then just use a stylus and write your answers that way. That works as well. That's how I'll do it to create keys and that sort of thing. I'll use that feature. Okay, I guess I can show you that how it looks, or not. Let me just do it real quick. So I can share my screen on my iPad that's connected. Hopefully this works. Okay, this is an app called Notability, and then I just have the PDF of the assignment downloaded onto that app. Okay, and then I have my little computer pen stylus, and then I can just write on it, blah, blah, blah. There's the answers to this one, right? Just like that. Okay, so that's kind of a cool way to do it. And then you can save it and then upload that document. Okay, so if you have other ideas, let me know, but those are the easiest ways I could think of in order to submit your weekly assignments. And you can expect probably 2 assignments per week. This week there's one first week, but expect 2 assignments per week. To see a precise breakdown of what's due each week, check out the syllabus. The calendar has everything for the entire semester listed. Okay, so let's go back to the desktop. Okay, let's take a look at that assignment. That's not it. Where is it? That's your syllabus. I already have it here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so here's your assignment number 1. Just make sure to have your name and date on it, and then complete it as best you can. In this class is going to be a little different than probably what you're normally used to for a math class. You know, oftentimes in a math class, the instructor shows you how to do the problem, and then you go and you practice 20 of them, and you got it, and then you're done. Well, this class is discovery, so there'll be less of that instruction of precisely how to do a problem, but more of an introduction and some tools for you to try to experiment with some math and come up with your own conjectures and proofs. Okay, so oftentimes I'm not going to be just explaining precisely how everything works. You're going to discover that on your own, right? And that's why it might be nice to have some discussions going with fellow classmates. If you get stuck, you have someone that you can bounce some ideas off of. Okay, and that's what the discussion posts are designed to do. Okay, so this one, you just get to play a couple of games. Woohoo, math games. So the first one is called the Digit Place game. And basically this assignment is designed for a lot of experimentation, okay? So you won't get too much into conjecture and proof just yet. Maybe a little conjecture, but no proof, but a lot of experimentation, right? So this game, it's explained here, but I can talk through it as well. It's basically a 2-player game. So in order to accomplish this assignment, you will need a partner. So you're gonna have to bother somebody in your life. Maybe you can link with a classmate or a friend or family member, or something like that, but it's kind of fun. So, involve somebody in this game, they might like it. One of the players, so player one, they write down a 3-digit number, and all of the digits are different, and the first digit is not 0. Okay. And then player's two goal is to try to guess that number. And in order to guess the number, player one will give them clues based off of their guesses. Okay, so let's look at this example down here. Right now, player one has already written down a secret number, 357. Player two does not know that number, has not seen it. Okay, and so player two guessed 1, 2, 3. Player one gave them clues. Right, they gave them the clue. There's one digit that's correct, but none of them are in the right place. Right, and we can see that that's true, right? Because there is a 3 that they guessed, and there's a 3 in the number, but notice it's not in the right place. So the 1 represents that one number that is in the number, but it's just not in the right place. Okay. Here's another one. They guessed 398. Now the player one is saying, okay, you have one number correct still, but it is in the right place. And they're referring to that number 3 again. Let's look at one more. They guessed 370. Now player two or player one is saying, okay, you have 2 numbers that are right, but only one of them is in the correct place. Okay, so right, that number 3 is in the number and it's in the correct place. Number 7 is in the number, but it's not in the right place. So that's why a 2 is given there. There are 2 numbers that are in the number, but only one of them is in the right place. Okay, so that's the game. You want to experiment with it. All right, so this question number 1 is just, explain the clues and how they are correct, right? And then you're going to play the game. So whoever you play with, make sure they know the rules and know how to give clues. And then just give the game a try. Play it 6 times with somebody, and maybe take turns, who's player 1 and who's player 2. So you get to experience both of those. And then based off of those 6 games, you're just going to write down maybe some strategies. The goal is to guess the number in the least number of guesses, right? So are there some strategies you can use to sort of win this game, right? Guess that number in the least number of guesses. So write down some ideas here, do your best on that. Okay. And then let's jump to the next game. It's called Race to 23. Okay, so this game, you have 2 players again. So if you have that friend or family member or classmate, maybe have them stick around for this game too. It's Race to 23. So the first player we're going to call X and the second player O. Okay, so the way this game works, it's outlined here, but I'll talk it out as well. The goal is to get your symbol on the number 23. So here, this game that's already been played, X won, right? Because they got the number 23. Okay, the way it works is each time it's your turn, you can take 1 number or 2 numbers in sequence, right? So X went first and they just chose number 1. They could have chose number 1 and 2. But so you only have 2 choices. Either you're going to take 1 or you're going to take 1 and 2. And then it's O's turn, and they have the same option. They could take the next 2 or the next 1. So in this example, they chose the next 2, right? And then X chose 2, and then O decided to go just 1, and then X decided to go just 1, right? And then et cetera, et cetera. So notice each time they're alternating, and they can choose either 1 or 2 numbers in order in sequence, okay? And then you can see this one played out X1. Okay, so play this game 6 times with your partner, right? And again, start to think, is there any strategies to win this game? Are there any things that you can do to ensure a victory, right? And then you're going to jot those down, okay? Any possible strategies, right? So, and that's it. That's the end of this assignment. Okay. So again, just when you're writing these strategies down and you're playing those games, just make sure it's legible and clear so that when I go to grade it, and it's a little bit easier for me to read what you're saying. Okay. And these are all these assignments are 10 points, right? So Once the assignment is submitted and the due date has passed, I'll go through and grade them all, and then I'll post your grade in Canvas. Okay. And then eventually, once I have all of the assignments and grade them, I will post a key, but that will come, a few days later. Okay, so there we are. That's that. And I think that's all I have to say for this little video. So if you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me. If you ever want to set up a Zoom session to discuss some of these concepts in more detail, I'm willing to do that as well. Or I also have in-person office hours, and you're welcome to come to those as well on the ARC main campus. If that's a possibility for you, please feel free. They're on the syllabus, or they're listed here in Canvas as well. Okay, so all of those options are available to you. And then here we go. All right, welcome to week one. It was nice to meet you virtually. Although I'm just sitting here talking to myself in my office. Anyway, hope all's well. Hope your week one goes well. And I will talk to you next week. Stay tuned for the week 2 video coming next week. Talk to you later. Bye.